Today's video is sponsored by me. Yeah, you heard me. Sponsored by me. We ain't got no sponsor for today's video, so I'm doing it myself. Sponsoring my own video. You feel me? Let's get it. Anyway, man, what is the goddamn deal? It is, of course, your boy Vuhlandes back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over choosing the right film camera for you, whether that's a 35mm film camera, a medium format camera, everything in between, before and after. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. So let's get to it. I do want to mention that I do have a bunch of videos planned that involves me going out to take pictures. I have been wanting to make this video for a long time, and since, you know, the recent flooding that Detroit has been experiencing, honestly, it's a beautiful day today, but it has been raining every single day. And a couple days ago, Detroit was completely underwater. A lot of people lost their cars. A lot of people, like, basements flooded. So it's been crazy. I've never seen rain in my life like the rain we experienced a couple days ago. So that's definitely going to be something I remember forever, because it was wild, definitely wild. So yeah, man, prayers to everybody who was affected by that. Luckily, I was okay and I didn't really lose anything or go through anything, but a lot of people did. So going to be trying to do my best to, you know, support those people in this time. So yeah, other than that, bro, it's a wife beater summer for me. Not like actual wife beating or beaters, I hate those guys, but the tank top, you feel me? It's a wife beater summer for me. But anyway, let's get into the video. I'm getting off topic here. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of film cameras out there, and choosing the right one, if you're like me, may come at a little bit of a cost if you want to try them all and really try to see what's the best for you. So, and to avoid all of that and to save you a little bit of money, I'll give you a little bit of my opinion on some of the film cameras that I've shot with and owned, and some of the ones that I did like, and kind of just give you my opinion. Now, before we get started with this, I do want to note again that this is just my opinion. If I say a camera is good, that doesn't necessarily mean that it is. That just means that I enjoyed it. If I say a camera is bad or wasn't my favorite, that's my opinion, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it is. I do suggest that everybody take the time out to do further research on the cameras that I may or may not mention, and if you can shoot with it without having to pay too much or pay anything at all, I would suggest doing that as well if you haven't already shot with the camera. There's certain things in life that I just feel like everybody shouldn't take so seriously, and this is one of those things. It's not that deep. A lot of people get so worked up over photography and the gear other people shoot with and the things that people say and their opinions, and it's just not that serious, bro. Relax. It's a YouTube video, it's photography, it is what it is. Also, I do believe that there's certain tiers of photographers, people who do it as a hobby, people who do it as a job, and people who just want to get into it, people want to see if they like it, or people who do it once a year, twice a year. It is what it is. There's certain levels and tiers to photography. That doesn't make anybody less of a photographer. In my opinion, if you own a camera, if you take pictures, even if it's with your phone, you are a photographer if you want to call yourself one. And a lot of people, they just want to know things. They like to hear other people's opinions. So let that be, bro. A lot of y'all just take shit way too serious. Relax, bro. It's good. It's all good. It's going to be all good. Damn. Okay, so finally, let's briefly talk about some of the film cameras that I own and some of the film cameras that I've shot with. Kind of talk about them and just go over them, and then you guys can make your own decisions on how you feel about it or how you don't feel about it. You know, I don't care, bro. It is what it is. But let me grab all my film cameras. So these are all of my film cameras that I own. As you know, in this channel, we've shot with a shit ton of film cameras, but these are the ones that I own. There are some that's not here that I wish I did own, and we'll maybe or maybe not talk about those. But so first camera is the Contax T2, which is a point and shoot 35mm film camera. The lens does not come off of this camera. You are stuck with the capabilities and the functions of this lens. Everything on this camera is automatic. You can set certain things to manual settings, but it's quite pointless to do that. Now, this point and shoot, in my opinion, is a little bit overpriced, because if you watch my point and shoot video, I stated that basically no matter what point and shoot you have, you're going to get that point and shoot look. If you take it to parties, you can, you know, use your flash, you take it out and you're doing serious stuff with it, regardless of whatever you're doing. I personally think that all point and shoot cameras have kind of that same point and shoot look. I don't really think anyone is better than the other one. And I know that doesn't really say much because I have the fucking expensive point and shoot, but don't take it from me. I say a lot of stuff and then I do differently. So don't take it from me. I still do feel like it's not necessarily worth the money, but I do have it. Regardless though, the pictures are very good and I do like it. I like taking it out with me just to go on walks, to go to my friend's house, to go to parties, whatever it may be. I took this camera to the Dominican Republic because it's just very easy to, you know, put in your pocket, put in your luggage, whatever you got to do. I don't like traveling with like heavy cameras, so I definitely don't take the RZ or any medium format camera with me if I'm traveling out of the country. I usually only take my point and shoot camera, so I do think that it's a very good point and shoot, and this one in particular is built very well, so I do think that is like a durable, you know, well built point and shoot that can kind of just like be with you at all times. I got it because I like the way that it was built. It wasn't plastic, the lens isn't plastic, and yeah, it's just really nice. It's just like nice. It's nice in your hands. The photos look good too, so that is that. Moving on, this is my Leica M6. As y'all know, I just recently obtained this camera. I've only had this camera for about 2 or 3 weeks now, so that is that. But the Leica M6, very good. I don't really need to say too much about it. It's definitely expensive and it's definitely, you know, a camera, a 35mm film camera. To me is pretty good. It definitely gets the job done. It is a rangefinder camera, so if you're not keen to rangefinders, maybe buying this camera isn't for you. There are a lot of 35mm film cameras, and in my opinion, I think the camera that's going to get you outside and shooting is probably the best camera that you can buy. For me, I like this camera. For me, I want to get better at shooting with rangefinders, and I want to just have a better experience and a different experience and kind of push myself to be a different type of photographer than I've been my entire photography career, which is why I got a rangefinder, and which is why I got this camera in general, because I wanted to push myself. Also, clearly it's a good looking camera, but I do think the camera that's going to get you outside and shooting the most, the camera that you want to go outside and shoot with, is the camera that you should probably pick up outside of any other factors like it being cute or it being a super popular camera or it being really expensive, because actually none of that matters when it comes down to actually taking pictures and the things you put in front of your camera. I just think whatever, if it gets the job done and you like the way the photos turn out, then that's a good camera for you. But the Leica M6, very good camera. Haven't had it for that long to really form a really deep opinion about it, but I do like it. I have shot with it every single day, and I mean every single day since I've got it. So I do like it. The photos look great, as you know. Leica, I do have the Vuhlandes lens on there. A lot of people don't like that, but I think the photos look great, and I like the lens a lot, if I'm being honest. But if you're just getting into photography and clearly don't want to spend this much money on a film camera, especially a 35mm film camera, and you just really just want to get out there and take pictures that look good, I hate to say it, but the Nikon F3 is a very, very good camera. The Canon AE1 is also a very, very good camera. I've also shot with Minotas and other type of just like SLR film cameras on this channel. My favorite one that I've shot with, but I since gave it away to one of my subscribers, was the Minolta SRT. In my opinion, most 35mm SLRs get the job done. You can find some for very cheap. You can find some for as low as like $50. You could probably even find one in your parents' attic, basement, or something like that if you look hard enough, because you know there's a lot of these cameras just laying around that people aren't using anymore. You could probably go to the thrift store and find one that's like very good film cameras too. So this is my Leica, but I think any 35mm SLR is a very good camera. Do I think the Leica is worth the money? Depends on who you ask. I don't know. I don't want to get into it right now, but it's a good camera. I'll tell you that much. All right, so moving on, this is the RZ67, and everybody knows what this camera is and what it does, but if you don't know, a medium format film camera, 10 shots per roll. Do this baby. Probably the best, in my opinion, medium format film camera that you can buy. I did shoot with the Pentax 6.7, which is another very popular film camera, but for me, the RZ67 is way better. It comes with a waist level viewfinder, but you can also put a prism on it so you can shoot it kind of SLR style. Again, it's a medium format film camera, so you get that quality and medium format look. Some drawbacks though is that it is heavy, and with the increase of film photography and its popularity, the prices of these cameras are going up. So in my opinion, if you're just starting out, I would go for the RB67, which is basically this camera with no electronic functions. I had that camera first, and it was a very good camera. I do miss that camera, and I love that camera because it gave me no issues. This camera has given me multiple issues. But for the RZ system, it does come with a lens. that the RB does not have, which is the 110 2.8, and this lens is amazing. Probably my favorite lens that I've ever put on any camera ever, because it's super sharp. Goes down to 2.8 on a medium format camera, and that's wild. But I love this camera. I use it for any professional work that I may do, anything that involves like any passion project that like I want quality behind. I definitely use this camera. For most of my book, most of the photos are shot with this camera, and yeah, I just can't wait to keep using it a little bit more. Definitely my favorite camera that I own out of all of these cameras, even though I've been using it a lot less, just because it's heavy, man, and just carrying it around isn't as, you know, easy. I just feel like the older I get, the more I just don't want to carry around heavy cameras. So I definitely only take this camera out for specific and intentional type of shooting, whereas I take the Leica out every single day because it's not heavy, and it doesn't get in the way, whereas this is just heavy. I can't walk around with this. It is a 6x7 camera. Medium format comes in all types of, you know, form factors. There's 6x6, 645, 6x7, 6x9. There's a lot of form factors for medium format photography. My favorite one is indeed 6x7, so that's why I like the RZ67 so much, you know, hence the name RZ67. Another camera that I don't have with me but I absolutely love is the Fuji GA645, which is a medium format camera. It's the 645 format. When getting into medium format, I guess it's smart to realize which medium format form factor you like. I personally don't like 6x6 that much, and I'm not the biggest fan of 645, but the Fuji GA645 is an amazing camera. I love that it's a medium format point and shoot, essentially pretty much just like this camera, but a medium format camera, and the pictures from it very beautiful. The lens is tack sharp. It's a point and shoot camera, but you would never know from the images that this wasn't taken on kind of like a professional camera, even though I wouldn't call that a non-professional camera, but it's definitely not this. But man, the pictures from that camera it's amazing, and it's lightweight. Like I said, it's a point and shoot. So if you're trying to get into medium format from 35mm, but you don't really, or you're not feeling too comfortable with it, that's a very good camera to get started on, just to kind of get the feel for medium format and to kind of just get into it. So the Fuji GA645 is an amazing camera, and I wish I owned that camera. But I do think that it's important for film cameras to find something that definitely fits your shooting style, and something that definitely makes you happy, and something that makes you want to go out and shoot with it. Say you're not into rangefinders and you buy the Leica M6 just because, you know, your favorite photographer told you to, or everybody else in the world loves it, and then you get it and it's sitting on your shelf because you don't really like going out to shoot with rangefinders. That's definitely a waste of time and money. So I definitely think that it's important to find the camera that you want to shoot with. If you can rent cameras, get cameras on a loan, find a camera. If your friend has a camera, ask them to use it, test it out for a couple of days, see if it's for you, because you definitely don't want to waste your time. You definitely don't want to waste your money with all these things, because I've wasted a lot of time. I wasted a lot of money doing this shit. So yes, just trying to find the best camera for you is the most important thing, and the only person who knows what that is you. I can tell you and sit here and say that all these cameras are very good, and that I like them, and that they're good cameras for me, but at the end of the day, it is up to you and what you like. So yeah. But anyway, man, this video is long enough. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. If you are already subscribed, I'm not talking to you because you already did what you had to do, but I'm gonna get up out of here and I'm gonna go do some shit. So yeah, how about y'all do the same? Let's go do some shit. You know the vibes.